All right.
I started working at the barbershop.
All right, just put some in the chat or something. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna do it just as if. Why me's in the chat? Turn it. Hey, CP time. Oh, hey, why me? How you doing? How's it going? Can you hear us? Drop a mic sign if you can hear us. Okay. All right. So, T, you want to get started? Or you want to wait till a couple more people?
It's like 10 after.
Yeah, it's 10 after. All right. Russell. Well, that's a good thing. Like we just started. So you're good. You're good. So we're about to get started, and we're watching a chat go. So make sure y'all run this chat up like last time. Let's see who can get in the lead. But you all, this is our last live of the year. And we have some pretty exciting news. So you want to just kick us off?
No, Jack, it's all on you.
It's not. This is not going to be my whole live. I'm not going to be talking the whole time.
Ask T all the questions. So they're going to ask me the questions and you're going to do the talking. I'm just going to be the question.
No, you're not going to just be the question person. Okay, so let's just start off with some of the things. And if you are coming in, I see there's 4 people in the chat. Make sure you put your name in the chat so we can give you a shout out. And because that's the way we like to do it over here. Okay, so let's just start off with real estate because that's just the easiest to talk about right now. And then we'll go into some other areas of our life. So as far as real estate goes, T, you should really be the one to tell this story. So as you know, if you have been following us the whole time, you know that our real estate journey this year has not been up to par. And when we talk about up to par, we're talking about we got hit left, right, in between. Everything that you can name has happened to us when it pertains to real estate, our rental properties, and everything. At the beginning part of the year, we had a very destructive tenant, and she destroyed our home, like destroyed it. Everybody knows the story who's a part of the family. And it took us a very long time to renovate that. So you want to talk about that?
They know that story.
Yeah, but everybody, we don't know who's in the chat.
Going over that story is a nightmare to go back through it, and it's just a terrifying situation to go back through. Funny thing about it is there was a pizza delivery person that came to the door. I think it was Domino's, and the neighbor across the street was like, "Hey, they don't live there. Nobody's been in that house for a couple of months." And the pizza guy was yelling, "No, this is the right order. I'm at the right house." They're like, "No, you're not." And the guy pulls up, "Yeah, I am. I've got this house." So that destructive tenant didn't change the address. When you putting in the order on the app and everything, they kept the same address as our house, and the pizza person delivered there. And I was like, if I was there, that pizza would have been mine. So if I told the tenants, hey, the tenants in there now, and y'all could have had y'all a free pizza if y'all were in here one more day earlier. So, with that house, like I said, it just means a lot because that was the first purchase, really good price, the lowest interest rate, the lowest purchase property, really great size, really great neighborhood, and then the fact we did all the work ourselves in it to fix it up after all that chaos. So that's a really special house for us.
Yep. So with all that being said, the house set for 11 months, 11 months of us paying the mortgage, having to do the renovations, paying out of pocket. And we just so recently told our family that we paid all that with cash. And that's why it really took so long for all of that to happen, is because we were paying with it through cash. It's not that we didn't have credit, but there was no reason for us to rob Peter to pay Paul in order for us just to go ahead and, do that. So with that being said, after 11 months of that home sitting, we have finally gotten a tenant, a nice family, long-term tenant, and everything. So we are definitely happy about that. That is a major win on that property.
Yeah, you got to see the video if you haven't seen it. We got a video with the tenants on it, and that's unheard of to have tenants on the video. So you can see how excited they are, and you can kind of read and see that they're great people on top of that. So definitely check that out.
Yeah. And on top of that, while we're talking about a property, our second property, that sat for about 5 months. And if you know that story, we moved out of that home because T received a contract in Virginia. And we went there, government shut down, right? We told you it was one of those years. Government shut down, business shut down. Obviously, the job was lost. And we have finally gotten a tenant in that property too. So in the end of November, both homes were rented at the same time, literally the same time. So one moved in 1 week and the other one moved in the very next week.
So November was a pretty great month, but I didn't get no pecan pie or nothing like that. So apple pie, I did want a nice dessert for Thanksgiving, but I didn't get that. But other than that, we had a great month for November because both properties rented, and we were able to come to the townhome. We got the townhome situated on top of that. So November is looking pretty solid. And you know how we do on live, we throw out information that sometimes is ahead and other times it's just more detailed information. So right now, there's another pending contract also. So I'm gonna just throw that out there. There's another pending contract. Of course, we're planning on still doing the overseas thing, but depending on what those numbers, because it's looking very solid right now, and as long as they can agree to what they said with the numbers wise, money talks. So that might be an option to prior to overseas. And then with that, we'll start exploring overseas by doing trips on like a weekend, because it's so close, like to Costa Rica and other places, for example, we're talking about a couple of hours. So we'll do that to go around to see, okay, do we like this place? Do we like that place? Do we like that place? So we have a bunch of options right now on the table.
Yeah. So I see that there's 9 people in the chat. Make sure if you're enjoying this, make sure you give it a like. Make sure you drop your name in the chat so we can acknowledge you. What is that? Ron Stribe 5093. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? So back to that. So as far as and what is it? D Sava, hello, how are you? How are you? That's a new face. I hope you're enjoying this. So when it comes to the properties, as T mentioned, we are glad that is off of our chest, and we're glad we can finally breathe. So moving right along to the next in line, you want to talk about money.
I know what I want to say real quick.
Okay,
No,
let's go ahead.
I'm about to say real quick. I want to know who's in the chat. Y'all gotta say who's in the chat. I gotta know. Great. Yes, I just watched a video a couple of days ago. Nice. What video did you watch?
Yeah,
What video did you watch?
let us know.
I want to throw this out there. I got to.
Yep.
Y'all, these things right here.
Oh yeah. That's what we're about to do. Go into the money.
Y'all see that? Jack, I'm about to say that one. These things right here is so interesting because there was comments on negative shots about it and everything. But guess what we got by wearing these things? We got a brand deal from these.
Yep. It just came through. What, 2 days ago?
Talk about, money.
Money.
I mean, these things are a couple dollars, and we about to make a couple thousand because of a brand deal for wearing these, y'all.
Yep.
So, don't knock anything, you know what I'm saying, till you try it, because like I said, there's a bunch of negative people in the comments why we say yes, brands.
Yes.
Let's talk about more brands.
So while we're talking about brands, let's get into really, thank you, Wami. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. We're jumping into December. November was great. The video about you trying so many in recreate. Oh yeah, so you came from my channel. Oh hey, how you doing? Nice. This is what we do on a monthly basis. We like to bring all the channels together and do a live, so you can, ask us questions that you normally can't ask on one of our personal channels. So that's what we like doing.
A lot more detail.
Yeah, we give out a lot more detail on this channel.
Notice I said brands with an S.
Yes. So
this is one of the brands.
Yes. So I just wanted to preface. That's why I wanted to start off what happened this year, so you can understand what is happening for December. You guys, what we have been through and what is happening now for December is so surreal. Okay, so let's talk about the brands. So right now we have about 8 brand deals on a table. 8 brand deals on a table that we are entertaining. One of them is the Snuggie, the little Snuggie things that you see us coming on. We wore it one time, they reached out and now they want us to do a brand deal. If you want to know more behind the scenes of like us doing the brand deals and what goes into the brand deals, let us know. We'll make a video on it. Damn, yeah, I know. And then so when that happened, you want a Snuggie? That's what I'm talking about. I was shocked just like that. So once that started happening, it was back to back to back to back brand deals. T has a college brand deal that he's doing, and another one for a major course, and everybody knows it, but we just can't say it. Yeah. But it's a major course that T's going to be doing, and the Justice family is going to be doing, and I have a couple too that I'm going to be doing. So we're saying all that to say this. So many doors have opened because we chose to tell our story from the beginning. And if anyone is in this chat and they are watching this, well, obviously, if you're in the chat, you're watching this, but if anyone's out there and they're listening, so many things can happen when you choose to, speak it out. We were in a very, very bad place, right? A very bad place mentally, financially, everything, Lee. And the last thing we wanted to do was come to YouTube and tell our story because we're very, very private people. So once that happened, so many things happened. We gained a community and people just kept coming. And now all of these brands are reaching out to us. And as you can tell, we're a fairly small channel compared to larger ones.
So yeah, Jack didn't mention more of the brands. There are also tech brands that have reached out. We're also doing something. We're flying out tomorrow, going back to Virginia. We're doing something with a restaurant that want us to do something. I think that one would be, we have we actually have full control over that situation, so we can release that so you guys can see what's going on with that. But the other deals we cannot release due to things that go on legally and all that good stuff. But there's also a apartment complex, not even an apartment. It's a high rise that want us to do something, and we hopefully will have the time to get to that high rise also. Those things are super nice and they are super expensive. Those things are costing minimum like $10,000
For a one
for one
bedroom.
bedroom.
So
So you can kind of guess what type of place that is, with being that expensive. Ooh, that's a lot of money.
yeah.
That's a couple of mortgages right there.
Hmm.
But I mean, the people got the money, obviously, because they have it that high with 10 grand a month. So that's a deal, something else that we have going on. Um, so yeah, it's been a lot going on lately. We've been very busy with all the deals, and then still balancing school, still balancing just life in general, kids, balancing doing contracts, leases, all type of different things we've been balancing.
Hmm.
You want to jump into some goals since we starting like this? You want to start with the
Yep.
chat?
Yep. So in the chat, y'all, if y'all have some goals, list them out in the chat if you don't mind. If you want us to you know, shout it out and tell the goals that are happening for you for this month before, and then after we do ours, we'll go into yours. And then we'll open it up to the floor if anyone has any questions for us. But yeah, so let's go into some goals. T, you.
Well, drop you guys' goals and what goals you accomplished, because the year is almost over. We are
Mm-hmm.
already in December, and I know last time, there were some goals placed out there, and want to know if people started it and got it accomplished or not. And then, it's not like it's a bad thing. It's always time. It's not like it's a deadline,
Mm-hmm.
that's set. But let us know what your goals were for the year, if you've accomplished it or not. What's the plan moving forward for how you will accomplish it. That's a good way to start. So drop that in the comments, and we'll talk about ours as well.
Yep. You can start with yours.
You always say that I can
Mm-hmm. Go
start. It's
ahead.
always flipping to me. So for my goal, I'm gonna talk about kind of a sort of long term in a sense. You can say if it's over a year. Right now, I am just 7 courses shy of graduating to earn my doctorate degree. So my goal is to not take a break so I can continue and knock out those 7 courses. It'll take me a year, so that way it'd be like it'll count as like February, because there's a break for December for Christmas, and then there's a break in little break in January, and then a November break. So for a year, just continue to grind. One more year with 7 courses to get my doctorate. That's one of my goals, because that way, nobody can't doctor you. That's funny. So that
Yep.
way, it's a lot of work, and that's, it's kind of like so many people don't understand how much work it is, put in to, get to this level.
Mm-hmm.
Jack know how it is.
Yeah.
When we were at our masters, we were both like, we were both working at the same time.
It
I
was
was
too
in the
much.
army. I was recruiting while getting my master's. So I mean, as a recruiter, you recruit 24/7.
Yep.
So and then Jack, she was working for, I want to say, school at the
Mm-hmm.
district at the time,
Yep. The school district.
and doing her master's as well. So we were both doing it at the same time. So that's one of my goals. Grind it out, because, like I said, especially with the shutdown and the layoff and things like that. Once I get the doctor, that's something that stays forever. They can't take it away. It
Yep.
can't be a shutdown and boom, I lose my doctor. Absolutely not. So that's one of the goals. Another goal is to really, really, bro, I've already accomplished it, was to get 2 places rented out, and it happened in the same month. You know, can't beat that. So that was another goal I have. Another goal that I'll say is to free up a little bit more time and go ahead with the travels. That's something that I want to do for sure next year, because we didn't really get to do as much as we wanted to this year, because it's been a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
It's on you.
So I guess my goals are pertaining, of course, to my business. I mentioned in my last month that I'm taking a step back from doing client work. And when I say client work, I meant like large client work. I'm not going to be focusing on that so much. I might take on maybe one or two if the work is meaningful and it aligns with what I want to do. But as far as that goes, I'm really taking a step back. You all will know, if you was following me, that about at the end of October, I lost a major client. So that was that, as far as that goes. See, this is why I can't wait to watch after that did it. I would have felt defeated, but you guys suffered the job losses and kept coming and staying positive. Now to hear you still seeking. Yep. That's exactly what is happening. So with that, in higher education, people need to watch this channel. Yeah. People definitely watch the channel. Is definitely very, very interested in our journey and where we have came. But to keep on with the business, I just want to make sure that I'm doing meaningful work that I really want to do. For those of you who have seen this, and we do have some people from my personal channel, I released a video on Monday, and as of right now, that video has over 100,000 views. And for those on this channel that didn't know, I'm heavily involved in AI because I'm an AI change manager, and that's where I want to pivot for or towards, because I just don't want to do it for the companies. I want to do it for the individual, because the individual makes up the companies. They already have enough, they have enough money to spend, and it's just, for me, it's just not meaningful work. So I'm heavily shifting my focus into another type of business model. Yes, I will still consult for big companies, but it's not going to be like how I was right now. It's going to be more of an advisory role going forward. So that's one of my first goals. My second goal is similar to T, of course. We're just trying to bring this whole thing overseas. So, anything else?
No, I'm just giving you.
What?
Could you?
Oh, looking at there? Yeah.
Yes, the camera, Jack. I'm trying to
Oh,
see.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like you're kicking me up. Like, what is happening? I'm looking down there. Oh, sorry. The camera's up here, you guys. So we're just trying. Another goal is to be able to go overseas. I know T mentioned that he wants to go over, here and there, little mini trips, but I'm trying to go overseas every month. And I'm really, really, really trying to just get out of the US. I've been saying this for a very long time. It's like my heart is pulling me outside of the US right now, and I really want to fulfill that. So that's where we're trying to go right now. And as far as, because we don't really mention this, but for those who know, we homeschool our kids, and that's a major priority for us. And that's pushing us to why we definitely want to go overseas, because we want the kids to be able to see and experience the world, something that T and we didn't have when we were, growing up. I know I definitely didn't have that. Only experience I got, maybe I went to New York, or maybe I went to, a theme park here or there, but we really didn't get to experience that too much growing up.
Yeah, but you went to a theme park here and there. I mean, our theme park was in the backyard. We had a playground.
Nice theme park.
Nice So, playground, we can get on the swings. We can go to the community pool. That was our theme park in Golden Corral. That was
Golden
a fun
Corral.
trip. Yeah, that was the trip.
But goodness, I do not like Golden
Schools
Corral.
gave us, like, if you got good grades, I used to get these little Shoney's certificates, so you can go eat at Shoney's for free. That was ours.
I ate
You
at
get them
Shoney's.
theme parks like
Okay. Going to theme parks as a kid, but it was nothing too fancy. You get sick and tired of going to Six Flags. But overall, I'm moving into what I'm meant to do in my life. And it's so weird because a lot of people called it out. It's like, oh, you just seem so peaceful. You seem so this, you seem so that. It's because that I really am, right? It's where we came from. And I know I keep mentioning it, to where we are right now. It's just like, it's so surreal. Like, I am at peace because I was constantly on edge this whole year. And the thing about it is, yes, we made money throughout this year, but you guys, this was the first year we can actually sit down. I mean, so not first year, first month, we can finally say, oh my goodness, we don't have to, pull from our savings and just be able to live finally. We put a lot of things on the back burner just to, just try to make it, just to try to pay those bills, just to make everything work, because we didn't want to damage our credit. We didn't want to damage, like our credit score and all that other stuff. We didn't want any of that. We didn't want to put anything on credit cards. We already had credit card debt that had to be paid off. But if anyone works for themselves, you know how that works. You get paid when the client pays you. Yes, you have invoices, in the net 30s, net 90 for one of the clients, but it is what it is. You don't always get paid at the same time. So that's what we were juggling. I think we were more like doing creative financing. Let's just say that. Creative financing. So yes, for me, I am definitely on another level. I was just telling T, no one can, bring down my joy, bring down my happiness, bring down anything, because I have nothing to complain about. I really feel like I'm living the life that I want to live finally.
All right. I see. Desava commented. Oh, there's a response. Now I'm going to revamp my resume using AI this weekend and send it to resources next week. Being transparent, I haven't used AI before. Okay, it's quite interesting. So there was someone that was working with in the contracting space, and so what happened with the government resumes? We used to have these lengthy resumes, and the GS system put out that the resumes need to get cut all the way down to 2 years. And you're talking about, military personnel who served 20 years, 15 years, 29, 30 years, a great length of time. So we're constantly moving around on top of that and doing different things. You're talking about every 2 to 3 years, relocating, going somewhere here, going somewhere down, cut down to 2 years, no, two pages on the resume, 2 pages. So you're talking about all that, all that information condensed down to 2 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, one of the guys I was working with, he was HR as well. He said, "Hey man, check this out. Since they put this out, watch how quickly I do my resume." He literally took his resume, took all the data, and he put it in Copilot, and it condensed it down to 2 pages, and it worked because he got a job in 2 weeks. And that's really good because this is a time where, we're still talking about the hiring freeze, but there are certain agencies that were still hiring doing that. So he got another position during that time, during a hiring freeze, and he had basically no experience doing a resume. He was like, "Man, this resume, it's just too much, but I've got everything on it. This is the way that, I did it, because when we get out, they didn't exactly show us. It's just like, okay, use your evaluations, your performance reviews, and just threw it on there.
Mm-hmm.
But he used Copilot, literally Copilot.
Yep.
Put it in there, condensed it down to 2 pages. He got a job, and he was getting hits after hits after hits. So it's something that is doable. I think the thing about AI is that there's a lack of understanding on it, and like often you'll see, the impact is okay. Well, leaders are looking at it as it's cutting costs, of course, and cutting bodies, and people are looking at it like, that's how they think that leaders are viewing it. And it's all because of a lack of understanding at the speed that technology is going. It's either these companies adjust or they're going to get left behind. So many companies have crumbled because they did not adjust. And is it worth crumbling over, unfortunately, an employee? You're talking about an entire company, because then there's nothing at all. I think that's more the selfish end.
Mm-hmm.
Just about utilizing, AI, understanding AI. That's the big thing. Of just really just a lack of understanding about it. Because it's been here for years. At the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. And the save at the saver since
Saba.
the Saba. Okay.
Did I say it right?
Yeah. Since you're in the chat, and this is like something that we do spur of the moment, make sure you send me a message. Like, go to my website at www.joaquinawilkins.com. I'll put it in the chat, and send me something, and I'll give you a 1 hour power hour. So just make sure you go ahead and do that to help you out with this. All right.
The system will miss certain buzzwords, etc. So with that, what is it called? I can't think of the system right now. But it's all, you can literally train it for that, for what you're shooting for, and you just plug it in. It's so simple with this the AI is really so streamlined, so fast with doing everything nowadays. Like if you think back how people were like, okay, you need to have a resume for this, you have a resume for that, have a resume for this. You can literally do that in a minute with using AI.
Yep.
And have a resume already set. Even the cover letters, if you want to be go above and beyond, because some employers actually want, some of them don't, but it's optional. And then if you do the cover letters too, and it's optional, they might look at that like, oh shoot, this person is, this person high speed. I don't know the word for high speed in the security sector, but this person, is basically
high speed, like what you're saying.
Yeah. So you can't beat that. It does so much. If you think about it, it can do all kinds of things that that we can do.
Yeah. So definitely utilizing AI and stuff like that. Obviously, that I used it to build a whole entire business. So it definitely works if you know how to use it, and definitely will help you with your job strategy. So I look forward to seeing you and doing that power hour with you.
Let's talk about.
Is there anyone else with any goals?
You got me right there. Let's talk about that.
Okay, I don't see the goal. Oh, okay, I just seen it. So my goal is to continue to hoard cash so I can try and buy something small next year in California while renting my home out here. I see PT work and my part-time work in my future, but if I can find a really good fixer upper. Okay.
Ooh,
yeah.
upper. Nice.
That is nice.
Nice. So with the fixer upper, this is why I like that, because nowadays, like, these companies, like these builders, they're charging so much excess money on parts that aren't worth it. They using these cheap parts and cheap labor.
Yeah, so you definitely shouldn't go new build.
Like Jack was talking about that, I was like, Jack, we might as well buy marble floors and all that stuff, because we know how to do all that work now and everything. Like, you can buy, like, even you buy the most expensive stuff and do it yourself, like, you talking about still saving an arm and a leg. Like, I was like, Jack, I want a bare minimum place, and we do the floors, we do the paint,
Mm-hmm.
we do even the staircase and all this stuff because it'll save so much money. So a fixer up would be so solid. I hope you get that fixer up. I want to see that. That would be so nice doing the fixer upper.
Are you going to manage it? Why me? Or are you going to have someone else manage the contractors and stuff? Or are you going to have like a general contractor? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
Why me, the general
Yeah.
contractor, managing that
Yeah.
project?
Exactly.
Isn't it something with new builds also that you can be the overseer on?
Yeah,
On
you
new
can do
builds?
that. Yeah, like if you're building your own home, you can actually be that person that it oversees everything. So all that money that will go to the PM and the general contractor, that all that money will go to you if you're up for the challenge. So, you know,
Nice. Well, let me say,
yep, exactly.
and they charge so much for that.
She said you can paint, change fixtures. Exactly. It
charge
save
so
your money.
much. They charge an arm and a leg for that stuff. And the
Mm-hmm.
thing about it too, it ain't like you ain't gonna get a warranty. That's the sneaky part they do too. They so sneaky. I can tell about this all day. Like, so for example, the house that we showed, where the most recent one, not the video where we showed the tenants, the other property. That place, you want to go out of the country or live in the country?
Yes, you guys, my cup matches my Snuggie.
So with that property, this how bad it was with the new build. The construction manager, he told us he put in the HVAC. He installed it on the wrong side for one. So he put that in. He said he put the toilets in, like he put up the appliances. This dude literally said he did everything. We like, that don't make sense. But come to find out, they told us, yeah, if you have any problems, make sure y'all call warranty. Within literally a day or two, like, it was problems. Especially we had a leak in the ceiling. Water was coming down. We like, what in the world? So of course, call the warranty. The warranty like, man, these people put the whole thing in wrong. He said, look at this. There's still plastic underneath. So that fool didn't even take off the foam plastic, underneath the other unit and everything. And it was just so bad. Like, they're like, put this in wrong. We got to take this out, do this. They're like, yeah, we didn't even do this house. I'm like, wait a minute. So he really did it? They're like, somehow, yeah. They said they cut in corners like that.
Yeah.
To save money.
That's
how
horrible.
bad it is. And then it's putting more money in their pocket because they like to quickly push out, hey, can you leave me a review? They hound you for reviews. Hey man, I need to 5-star if you could please, because that's
how they get paid.
Yeah, this will get me money. If I don't get it, I can lose work and this and that. They do so much of that. But it's like
Lindy C's in the house.
What's going on, Lindy C? It is so bad. So like, please, you said you have every nephew can do. I have a nephew and brother-in-law to do lots of me. Perfect. Like that's so perfect. It's saving so much money. And then you can find some really great fixer-uppers out there on top of that. And some of them even ain't that bad. It just, people don't know who to call to get the work done. It's too costly.
Yeah.
For one, or don't know how to do the work themselves. You can find a fixer up and do so much work yourself. And then, on top of that, you got your nephew and brother-in-law. Oh my goodness, you got it set up.
Exactly. You got it all set up.
Set up. You have to accomplish that goal now. We're gonna hit you up next year. Hey, did you get that yet? Because that, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Just don't do that 50-year mark.
Just don't do the 50-year, right? But we have a comment right before Lindy C. She asked, DeSava said, are we at liberty to say DeSava? I don't know why I keep saying that. Do we know what countries we want to go to? Do we want to say?
Oh, okay. So we've been to Pura Verde, that good old Costa Rica, and it was paradise in Costa Rica. I know where I want to go. Jack, you go ahead and talk about where you want to go first.
So I want to go to Malaysia. So that's where I really want to go. That's what I'm stuck on right now. I really want to go to Malaysia, and I'm stuck between Malaysia and Vietnam. Probably I want to go to both of them, to be honest with you. We at first we were thinking about Thailand, but honestly, it's I'm not saying that Thailand is probably not a great place. I'm pretty sure, but it just, to me, it seems like it's oversaturated just from what I see online. So I'm just not really interested in going there. My two picks are Malaysia and Vietnam.
And I definitely want to go to. I grew up in Malaysia. Thailand is just next door.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to go to. I said Malaysia. Did I say Singapore the other
Mhm.
day? And of course, Vietnam. And I want to go. I was just looking this up the other day. Some places actually, it was like one or two more places that was on my radar. That was like, I definitely want to check those out.
Cabo
Oh yeah,
and Cape Verde. So off the little island off the coast of Africa. So
yeah.
he convinced me with that the other day. I was like, oh my goodness.
I
So
mean, the world is just so huge, and sometimes people are just locked in the state. I mean, the opportunity to travel the world, it's like you gotta capitalize on it, with going
Mhm.
places because it's just so nice. So Lindy, see what I was about to ask you a question, but let me see what you have real quick. You can do both in Vietnam too. Of life. It's okay. It's less than 2 hours. So a lot of people are going to Bangkok though. That's the thing. We see a lot of people going there, and with the crowd, well, I got an ad on my side. That's so interesting. With it getting so crowded and everything, they're seeing to go to what's the other?
I don't know. I just stopped looking up Thailand. I don't know. I just stopped looking it up.
Okay.
I don't even get get those feeds anymore.
Yeah.
So I've just I moved on.
Thailand was definitely on our radar for certain. And then um, wanted to go there and get into more some Muay Thai also
Mm-hmm.
because I enjoy the martial arts or have been active in it in like over a decade. But go there, I might get back in shape and get back active or something. So
Yeah.
who knows?
And I also wanted to go to France, just to put it out there, because I have one of my clients are in France. So I wanted to go to France. I love France. I spoke French for 4 years in high school. So I don't know. It's a thing for me. I definitely wanted to go to France.
Australia. It's a very
You know what?
interesting place also.
That is, you know what, why me? We heard that Australia has those what do you call that? It's not preferred. It is like if you have like certain skills from certain countries, you can get into the country. Hey Peter, how you doing? Oh my goodness. Hey.
Okay.
Yes, 2 years of French classes. I remember some things. I always ask the clients to speak to me in French if they can. And I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even following, but I pick up because I want to get used to the words. So I am trying to relearn how to speak French.
Well, me says Toronto. Have you been to Toronto?
I heard Toronto's really, really expensive.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I heard it's expensive.
But I heard it's really, really nice too. So
about to leave on vacation, flying out this afternoon.
Really?
What? We're about to fly back to Virginia. You
Yeah.
about to fly also. Where are you headed? People say he's flying in. Nope, but yes. Okay. Cool.
Nice. Okay. Roll your R's. Yes. Yes, definitely. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's where it was in Vietnam. That's where I wanted to go, Peter. That's it, right there.
And that's where Peter's going?
Yeah, that's where he's going.
He's going
So-
where I want to go.
So interesting story. T and I, we went to the bank.
You gotta come out there when you headed there too, so we can link up.
Exactly. So
Take a trip.
all I know that we have a couple of people in the APAC region on our channel. So when T and I we come to the APAC region, we definitely expect to see y'all. Let's set that up so we can all meet in real life. So I almost moved to Toronto before LA, but they are strict on overstaying your stay. So I ruled out. So Wami, I'm glad you're bringing this up because I know you're from California. We have a video coming out real soon about what's going on in California and stuff that you're definitely like around rent control. What do you think about what's happening right now, especially with you wanting to buy, a rental property in California? Yeah. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know how you feel about that. So definitely wanted to ask somebody. But yeah, Peter, we definitely want to go there. We were at the bank and the lady who was serving us, the banker, she like totally convinced us to go there. So, oh, you're from Chicago. Oh, okay.
I remember that.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought you was from California. No. Oh, that would be my. Oh, okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So great. Yeah, we have our next video is about what's going on in LA and not just LA, New York and everywhere. So, definitely with that one, I would. Yeah. It's exactly. We're going to be talking about that. It's definitely not for landlords. All those. Yeah, I don't know how people do it, but I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah. That's a lot of states.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's not for landlords. And it's rough when it's not. I mean, I can see it needs to be a balance at least, because at the end of the day, I mean, the landlord's the one that's owned it, got to really deal with the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Tenants can just boom up and gone, and you got to deal with all the, the repairs and everything like that. But some states, they just making it so rough. When are we dropping that video?
That's the next one.
We're gonna drop the video.
And the next, I think we're dropping it on Sunday. Yeah, we're gonna drop it on Sunday, so it can be a video there. That's the next one. So nice. I expect it to be changed now, though. It's been a while. Yeah. No, that should be a very interesting place. I love like historical sites and stuff. I love going to see that.
Vietnam War sites. I definitely would love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, we gotta work that in.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that. So, if what is going on right now with the contracts and stuff that falls through, I need to leave. I need to leave.
And then I
So
have my pending contracts down. So it's just big decisions.
yeah, very very big decisions. So I expect to be traded. Okay. Oh, succeed by force. What's up? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh my goodness.
No, it's been a while.
Okay. Chilling. Yep, us too, relaxing right now.
For y'all that just coming in, we talked earlier about these fuzzies. We actually have a brand deal because we wore these fuzzies once. And we talked about also our other brand deals. Jack says we have like 8 brand deals, but I think it's more than 8. I don't think she counted the restaurant.
Yeah, I wasn't counting the restaurant.
And the tech ones, I don't think she counted those.
No.
Neither. So you laughing at the fuzz.
Yep, man. We were so shocked about that.
Look at like, okay, these little, fuzzies like $20-something you talking about, and now you talking about an investment of $20-something to make a couple thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
A couple thousands of dollars.
I was just like, what in the world?
I'm like, shoot, I might as well rock a
Shoot,
fuzzy
I
every
rock
day.
a fuzzy every day.
I'm about to go
Shoot.
outside with a fuzzy with hood on and everything. And they're like, man, what you doing? I'm like, man, I'm making money.
So that'd be so funny. So you guys would definitely see us on a commercial. So let us know if you see us with a fuzzy one in a commercial. Wouldn't that be funny? Hilarious.
That would be so funny.
Oh my goodness. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Like we know them. That's gonna be
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Succeed by force. It was like definitely a small price for wearing them. Yeah.
literally a small price.
For real, we need to come out. Let us know if you think we need to come out with our own Snuggie brand, because first of all, we need to be selling it our damn stuff. We don't need to be having nobody do modeling someone else's Snuggies, but they are cute though. They are cute.
It's so funny, like, I'm tripping off this. Oh, man.
T came to me. He was like, Jack, you're not gonna believe this. I said, what? He said, we got a Snuggie deal. I said, Snuggie? Like the bear? Like, no, like like our Snuggies that we wear. I said, shut up. No, we don't.
Went to the bakery.
Yes.
Snuggies. What you doing here? Oh man, I'm just, making a deposit real quick. I gotta take care of some transactions. Why are you in the Snuggies? Oh, cause this what got me the money. That's why. This what got me here. What you talking about?
Oh my goodness, the things.
As bad as people dress nowadays, y'all be high fashion.
Exactly, high fashion.
Yeah, now it's gotten so bad with the way people dress. It's horrible. I don't know what's going on with fashion nowadays. Y'all remember like when it was the big white tees, that era was funny looking back at it. Then it became like
Ninja Bowls. I don't know if anyone remembers that
era. You had the era where people wanted to wear what's those greens and brown coats. We just seen
the bombers. When they called the bomber coats?
They called them something else.
Yeah, yeah, I think they called the bombers.
It was so many different eras. People used to rock FUBU. Remember that?
No.
You don't remember
No. I never rocked it.
I remember people wearing FUBU, right?
I remember it, but I never rocked it. I used to wear baby fat.
Jack to that person. I said, y'all remember. I think I need to do it in town.
For real.
What's the least I can do for myself?
For real.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. Yeah, but the era.
Hey, Sunshine, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good evening.
It's
good morning for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's changed so much with the clothing lines.
I remember Coogee. Oh my goodness, I had a I used to like a Hilfiger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I used to wear Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, there's so many that just now is gone. It's crazy. I wonder if they even try to make a comeback. Can you imagine somebody out there cool guys
for real?
Like imagine you out there and you see somebody in FUBU.
I'll be like, dude, what era are you in?
Or Coogee sweater, that'll be
in
crazy.
A Coogee sweater.
We out there in these fudgies, rocking these. But guess what? We like, look, you paying for FUBU when they're paying us for Snuggies. You see what I'm saying? That's a big thing because we got the brand new for Snuggies, and it's like we ain't just buying it. It's like we're getting paid to wear it. But people out there, they go and spend their money on Polo, on Jordans, and everything. What they get out of it, they don't get nothing. Jordan them don't send them no brand deals or send them no money.
Why the hell would Jordan do that? He don't even need to.
But the point, none of these companies are going to do that. You just promoting the company for free.
Yeah, there ain't no way I would do that.
Yeah, but I was just you promoting the company for free that costs pennies to make in the factory. Look up the sweatshops, like the Nike sweatshops for them. But you're paying, you're paying pennies.
Yep.
For these people over there that they're working their tail off all night, all day.
That's horrible.
For to ship to other countries, and people are paying an arm and leg for it, and it's not even worth anything.
No, it's not.
It's just about a person's name. I mean, we could put our names on the Snuggies.
We should. That's why I said we should have the Justice Family Snuggies.
are people then gonna do the same thing? Like they're gonna buy to be rocking that because then you paying us.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, man, it's like these companies, like these brand companies with the clothing, it's like they don't even think to give nothing back to people though. They just sit back and just collect all the money, you know, don't give nothing for the people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cheap. Exactly. Cheap. You got that right, Lindy. See, cheap. Cheap.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Even, I mean, you look at like,
Everything's
you know,
made with polyester now.
jewelry. I mean, it's the same. It's the same way. You know,
Yeah, everything fake.
people are busting their tail, you know, over there to dig it up and everything, just to ship it off, like the diamonds, for example, and only, you know, they got nothing out of it but a mill. You know what I'm saying? And even
Like something to eat.
I'm gonna mention, but even the cell phones, particular cell phone, they had children working to make the cell phones. Children, children working to make the cell phones, where people are using the cell phone, they was not even realize, you know, you paid all this money for a cell phone when it was a kid that was making it just to get some money to eat, just for meals, and the kids have to drop out of school to do this stuff. So like, it's just something to, just some food for thought basically out there about things. Because I'm talking about, you know, since we were talking about the brands and things like that. It's crazy
Yeah.
how things are. So that's why with us, we're even like, okay, we're not just accepting every other little thing that come. Yeah, it's great, you know, great money and everything, but it's like at the end of the day, money isn't everything. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look
But I
at
do
it.
think it's cool to get a brand deal from Snuggie.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's that's a different thing, you know. But
That's really cool. I want a pot set. So, I mean, if they're hearing this, make sure y'all
not going out that
to have a pot set.
that problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I wanna turn it over to the chat. And I want you guys, because we told you guys that this is a time where you can come and ask us questions. And we should be able to answer it. So if anybody has a question, feel free to drop it in the chat so we can go ahead and answer it. Anything across our channels that if you're coming from different channels, just ask us and we'll be more than happy to answer. How's the new house? You know, it's very nice, but that tenant, I'm telling you, she was a piece of work. The one that was here before, we found out that she was running a whole Airbnb.
Oh, my goodness.
No, we never told them about that. She was running a whole Airbnb, and then she come to find out she had everybody's name in the come into the mailbox. Yo, we took out the mail. It filled up a bin of mail, different people. And I'm like, what the hell? So I had text.
Drop that picture.
Huh?
I want to drop that picture.
Drop the picture.
I could drop the picture on the I have to do it on the post. Y'all gotta see that.
You can't. Wait. Oh no, you can't drop a picture here. Oh my goodness.
What? Do a post on that. It was, oh my goodness, like it was so much mail and packages, and sadly, some of those packages were medication for a veteran. So we took it back. We were like, hey, you know, we got to do something with. No, absolutely not. We took that. It was a big old bin and another big old bin because you had it coming from FedEx. You had it coming from
UPS, the post office, all of it.
Amazon. You had so much stuff, and like with that mail that was coming from the post office, we took it back, and they were like, "Whoa, what's all this?" I'm like, "All this is coming to our spot." It is like, you know these people? Absolutely not, because the thing about it, all that stuff, none of it was in the tenant's name.
You hear what?
None of it was hers.
You hear what's going on with Airbnb? The tenants are trying to, on Airbnb, long enough to have tenants' rights and then kicking out the owners.
Wow, there's a story there about Airbnb apparently having a squatter for 6 months, and they can't. Where is that at?
Yeah, where?
Hey, they saw where is that located? That's crazy.
Yeah, 6E4 said the same thing. Said the same.
Long term enough to have tenants' rights.
DC. Oh, we're about to we're gonna know. We're definitely about to go see that. We were talking about this how a lot of apartments in DC, they allow for Airbnb. Remember we just talked about that? And I was like, no. And see, that's the thing. Like someone's always trying to sit there and get over on somebody. And that's the biggest fear. And with anything, with tenants, Airbnb, all of it, the biggest fear is like holdover and someone trying to become a squatter. So definitely.
That's why, like, I was so happy when Florida made that change where it was no longer the squatters' rights. You can call the sheriff to get them people out of there, because that was one thing that was in the back of my mind when becoming a landlord, worried about squatters.
Yep.
And so, like, when we go places, even like Virginia, for example, like, I'm like, you know what, this I can't do nothing near or wherever we at, because I always look up things like that, squatters' rights, because they know how to utilize like those rights to like the T. They just research the heck out of them and capitalize on them. I mean, that thing shouldn't even be legal for somebody to do that.
Yep.
It's crazy how that is.
Definitely.
Yeah, and they just living there rent free since March, and the renter finally got court. That's ridiculous. But they take so long to get a court date, and that's why unfortunately, some people end up they go and do the wrong thing to get people out. As a landlord, you want to think that way, because like even for us, it took a long time for us to get a court date, and you do start to have those thoughts because you want your place back, and you're tired of somebody just sitting there destroying your place. You want to go over there,
and drag her out,
get on that level, but it's because it's rough. You're talking about, nobody's paying. You know what I'm saying? They just living there for free and continually damaging your place that you got to pay that mortgage on, and you don't pay. You talking about losing that place, foreclosure, and then you talking about your credit, that being on your credit for all them years, because it's such a big thing in the U.S. with credit. I know a lot of countries they don't go by the credit system, but it's so big here. It's just wow. I couldn't imagine that somebody being in there since March, and I've got getting a date until December. I can't. That's too much.
And Peter, to your question, yes, we're worried about that too, doing weird stuff. Especially this tenant that was in this property, she was super weird. Like now that we think about it, it was signs all over the place. But we're like, okay, well, she works in cybersecurity. I get it. Like maybe she just don't want someone. How people that work in cybersecurity is, but like. She changed out all of our cameras, everything. Come to find out, when we came back to the house and we're like, okay, what is going on? Because there's a panel, it's through this company that controls the whole house. They told me that I had to pay. I said, for what? And she done switched my name out of it and put everything into her name. It was a whole big old situation over here. So yeah, them damn weird ass tenants. No. But the thing is, anybody could become weird.
I agree. Well, to see it by force, because definitely agree with that. So basically, before Airbnb properly look up the laws in the state. Yes, absolutely. We had an Airbnb in North Carolina, and it was just so nice. It was in a very, very small town. I think it was less than 1,000 people that actually lived in.
No, less than 60.
Less than 60 people at the time. It was a straight up country, and we put together that idea. Nobody believed in it. Like we were the only two that believed in the idea. We were like, yeah, this gonna work. And I'm like, yeah, we was like, yeah, this gonna work. And people are looking at us like we crazy, and they're like, well, when y'all planning on getting somebody? We like, shoot. I'm like, within a week. And they like, what?
They're like, no one's gonna pay out here.
Within a week. I was like, shoot, I think it's gonna happen in a week, because I'm more visionary, and I think we both combination of visionary in a sense, but Jack maybe a little less. She probably like to have things in order, and I'm more of a risk taker but it's like we saw it and it literally got a booking within the first week, and we didn't go a single week without a booking. And this was literally in a country. On top of that, nothing but just land out there, basically, and
No
town
bills, the
with
house
60
paid
people.
off.
Like, and it just boom, back to back to back. The only thing, it was a challenge for getting cleaners, because when we had the cleaners, you could trust one group of cleaners, and no matter how much you tip them, like, these cleaners kept being sneaky.
Yeah,
Oh,
one.
the app's not working. I can't post the pictures. Sorry, the app's broken. You know, they'll do things like that.
We should have said our wallet was broken too. We can't
And
get paid till I see that
We
picture.
had some cleaners pull out the wires from our from the washer and dryer, so that wasn't working because of that. But then luckily we had someone that went there that was an electrician, and he rewired the entire thing. So
He was an awesome. That's
Yeah.
corporate leases. We tell you all about corporate leases. They are really really good. Actually, I would prefer to deal with corporate leases, but you know, sometimes the HOA doesn't allow for it because of the time frame doesn't align with what the corporate lease is for. But that is definitely a preference of mine. So
questions.
Sunshine said, "Do you have a plan to manage a property's loan?" Yes, actually, Sunshine, we have a whole video coming out on our plan.
Yeah,
You're
so behind the
definitely.
videos, we keep talking about we got this video, we got to release out.
But
We've been busy, but
it's there. It's coming out. It's already filmed. So, you know, it's definitely coming out. We definitely have a really good plan, actually. So I don't think it will be difficult at all.
we can talk about it a bit on the live real quick.
Okay, you want to go ahead?
Some live. So, yeah. So with the plan, the video that's coming out is going to talk about how we're using. Basically, we're using technology. Capitalizing on technology.
Yeah, technology.
So, for example, with the leases, I use Adobe, because with Adobe, you can just send it over to them, and you can even put the order that you want an individual to sign that the next person can't,
Mm-hmm.
and it just signs it. And once they sign it, they can do it from their phone too. It comes back to use the landlord. And then once you sign it, they push an official stamp at the bottom of it, so it just goes over to the bottom, and then it certifies, and it's sending off to everybody. And we store that also with the send. Of course, it's in the email, but we also put it in a drive. So we're also we talk about how we do virtual walkthroughs and virtual inspections. So that's another method that we're using. We talked about another app as well, which is Zillow. We talk about so much stuff because we're doing payments on there. It's really awesome how that breaks down, because it's an app that building people credit, and it's more security for the landlord, because nobody who wants to more in their credit,
Mm-hmm.
So it works both ways. But we go into further details about all that stuff on a video that we are putting out. We don't mind, talk about this stuff.
Yeah, we don't mind talking about it.
That's what we're out here for.
And another thing is, because a lot of landlords don't really talk about this, is about the finances and budgeting and stuff like that when it comes down to it. So we go into how we utilize QuickBooks for that. I know there's plenty of accounting software to do it, but we personally like QuickBooks because it's seamless. It's intuitive. Once you learn how to use it, we use that to manage our books, right? And to quickly take snapshots of different receipts, send it to, we have a business email just for our properties. So whenever we're at any type of store like Home Depot, Lowe's, or whatever, that screen that pops in that says, hey, you want to send it to the email, we put in the email to the our landlord in email box, and it automatically categorizes it. So yeah, we have it set up pretty seamless. So yeah, we're definitely excited. Yeah, you guys are definitely gonna look
Really good video.
Excited to that. In another video that you guys are going to be interested in, we talked about, for everyone that's coming on that's new, we talked about our brand deals. So we actually did behind the scenes of one of the brand deals that we did.
Yeah,
So we filmed that already, because of course we have to prepare for the brands, send it out to the brands, because it's on a timeline. Or I think we have to get 4 out the door, next week, right?
Yeah,
so we're going behind the scenes to show you guys what it's like.
4 brand deals. I mean, we're pretty swamped. That's why we're behind on releasing the videos we talked about, and then of course mentioned each personal channel on top of that. Did y'all see yourselves in? Oh,
Peter said, "See you later,
man,
Peter."
Okay, we'll catch you later, Pete. Um, did y'all see yourselves in the place you're in now, this soon after it hit the fan with the government shutdown? That is a really
No,
great question, and
no.
absolutely not. You want to start, or you want me to start on that?
I didn't see myself here because honestly, I didn't want to come back to Florida. That's just me personally. Our plan was, I mean, I guess we might as well just say the plan because it's not going to happen right now. Our plan was once that lease ended in January, we was going to head out of the country. That's what we was going to do. But obviously that can't happen right now because of, we're trying to rebuild all of our accounts. And that's a good thing. Someone asked that question about what is that number? So we are definitely trying to, we haven't really figured it out, but we have to be able to make sure that all of our rent, not all of our rent, all of our mortgages, they have a really good buffer in the account. We're shooting for at least a 6-month headway. But as you guys know, we're very transparent about our mortgages. That is quite a bit of money to have. So, but we are definitely shooting for 6 months for each of the properties. That's just for the mortgages, and then we have a separate account for each of the properties just for maintenance and stuff like that. But we go into detail about that. We're starting to release those type of videos, and we're steering away from all of the other content about, oh my goodness, don't have a tenant and all that. No, going forward, you guys are definitely going to see a lot of change on this channel. And it's going to be strictly like, of course, us being fun, behind the scenes and stuff like that. But it's strictly going to be the business side of real estate if you're interested in that going forward.
I would say absolutely not. Neither. We definitely didn't see ourselves in the place we're in now after the fan was shut down, because during that time, I mean, we were in Virginia. I was hoping that the properties rented. We have one house that's close to Disney, but the problem is the town itself isn't like a well-known town because it's not labeled as Orlando, and everybody just knows simply Orlando. So it was a challenge getting that place rented. So it's quite interesting because with the shutdown, of course, losing the contract and everything out there in Virginia, was like, oh man, I'm stuck paying for 2 mortgages.
Mhm.
I'm like, man, and just looking at my account, like it's going down, it's going down. I don't want to spend this. Oh man, it's gonna keep. How long am I gonna keep, having to take away from these funds like this?
That's a scary
I didn't want
feeling.
to touch this money right here, especially, and I'm touching what I don't want to touch, to keep paying those bills. And then boom, in November, that was quick with 2 hitting. So it's like, okay, wow, so that's something I definitely didn't see happening, like that. But things happen for a reason. I mean, that was so great that it did happen like that with getting those leases secured that fast like that.
So what me's asking, do you think it's better to put your homes in a separate LLC or combine, or did you know, or do you just keep them in your names to make things easier? So this is a very heavily debated question. For us, it's better to keep our homes in our names, obviously for, tax benefits, because it is definitely tied to a person and not an entity, if you catch what I'm trying to say. But the way that we do with the LLC, and this is for anybody that's out there that wants to be a landlord or anything, what we do is we have an LLC that sits on top of all of our properties. So while the properties are not in the LLC, the management of the properties is in an LLC. So that way it becomes an expense. And of course, we're talking about, taxes and stuff like that. Don't want to really go down that route, but it's very beneficial when it is like that because, landlording is a business. So that's how we set that up.
Based on the experience with the weird tenant, have you add extra measures to prevent something like that from happening? with your next contract, etc., including
Ironclad.
hopefully. So yes, we definitely have added additional measures. I think a bigger measure was picking the right tenants, so to speak. So we waited on one of the tenants, for example, um, for a couple of months because
6 months.
knew, yeah, 6 months, is we were like, this is a great tenant. We know, you know, based looking at their rental history and all that stuff, their length of stay. We're like, and just how they are in general, the great people. You can feel their energy and see it in that video. Um, that was a big piece also because it's hard to find good tenants. So that was a big piece also, making sure that we choose more wisely, so to speak, instead of being in a position where someone is, yeah, I'm struggling, can I will really take care of this, I promise, because my struggle is to come up. We went away from that, and picked, in different methods. So that's something that we did. Uh, what else we got? What do you think? Oh, LLC. Yeah, you already talked about the LLC. Okay, cool. What's
Cool.
next, Jack?
That's and then, wait, before we close it out, is there any more questions that you guys want to ask us before we go ahead and shut down the live or anything?
Prepare to get
Anything
on
that's on your
flight
mind you want to say?
early in the morning.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the live. You're very, very welcome. So obviously this is the last one of the month. We'll pick it back up in the beginning part of the year because
Year.
there's definitely going to be a lot of changes. Make sure you all come there with your New Year's resolution. So start to think about that right now because we're going to do it. Let's see, while I have my calendar out, so you'll have an idea. We like to do it on a Friday because we're trying to respect people that's all over the world. So, yep, Friday the 2nd, January 2nd, that's our next live date. Wait, okay. When do you plan to rent the place you in now? Well, I mean, your guess is as good as ours. Your guess is as good as ours. Um, Hopefully very soon. Very, very, very soon. Very soon. Honestly, we want to do it by the end of fourth quarter.
This place right here it's just like the other house with the tenants you guys seen in the video. It's not like a concern property. I keep getting all these ads. I'm on the outside.
Yeah, you're on the outside.
Like the last time, even with this place, the first week, it was a load of people lined up, and that one tenant parked across the driveway to boot everybody out and things like that. So this will definitely go. Well, if you do, you still got time left on the VA. Yeah, so
Yeah,
the VA.
they know we're leaving there tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So we're
okay.
going there tomorrow, flying tomorrow mornings. We're getting up early, and we will be there for that remaining
Part of the lease.
couple of weeks. So
Yep.
we can either sell off the furniture or we decide to move it, whatever the case. But at the same time, we got to make a big decision. Well, I guess I kind of got to make.
Yeah, you got to make a big decision.
I have not one contract pending, but I have another one also. So that's a big decision. Jack's like, look.
What y'all think that T should do? Open up to the fam. You think that T should take that contract, or do you think that we should just go and live our life?
It's a big contract.
It's a big contract, big numbers. But do you think that he should take it, or do you think that we should just be like, F it, and let's just go? What do y'all think about that?
It's like such a weird, space to be in because it's like, want to go. I mean,
years. Years. We're talking about how long is it? 2 years?
I think it's I mean it's definitely a couple of years.
It's a couple years. Take the contract to fund the 6 months on each property, then leave. 2 years is no time. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. It's a 2-year contract. Whammy said, take it and fund the properties for 6 months. Take the money, then take off. Play it smart. I'm feeling divinely inspired to leave.
Whatever smart is, unless you feel
Exactly 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, cause I don't know. It's a tough call. Cause it's like I don't know. Cause it's like when will we ever get overseas? We keep every time it's like an interference, but it's like at the same time I'm like I'm pulled towards because it's like it's a big contract. I might as well let me just make this money real quick, type of thing. My places are rented. And,
I think we gotta trust.
It's like, no, I can't work remote. It's full
No.
time. Both are full time in person.
That's the thing. It's like, so I mean, he has to hear like the ice chompers. she said the ice chompers there.
It'd be some annoying people at work.
So
I don't know if you can call it. They're the ice chomper too, but I remember this one guy. He always eat almonds, and he just got a thing on him. He just be chewing on them almonds, and it's like the almonds are all hard and just loud, crunchy. Like that was a thing that I was dealing with.
Look, so I went, for the first time in a long time, I went to see one of the clients today, and one of their staff members, I walked over there and their breath smelled like straight shit. And I was just like, I went and called T. I said, what T? Yo, this dude almost made me throw up in my fucking mouth.
See, by force said, what do both of your guts say? That's the problem.
My gut says, look, see, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. My gut and my heart is pulling us to leave. Okay. That's where I really want to go. I keep saying the same thing. And honestly, yeah, I mean, I know this house, has to rent, but it's to the point where I don't even care if it rents or not, because I'm going to make sure that enough money is stacked up where even if we get a 10 or not, we have to go. That's where I'm on. Something is pulling me away from here. I don't know what it is. It's just pulling me.
Jack wants to just go. She tell me, don't you take them contracts.
I'm telling him, don't take it. It's going to hold us back. Look, let me tell you something. And I know I really trust in the fact of our businesses and what we can do. We have to get like other streams of income. The houses are rented. That was the biggest hurdle, y'all. So it's really good. It's really good. And there's a really good profit on that house. So I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't know. How long do you plan on going for? You mean out of sea on out of the country? Is that what that is? I think that's question for out of the country. If you're talking about for out of the country, I wanted to go for at least 3 months, and then if we say okay 3 months, then push it to 6 months. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things that I just,
It's a challenge. I think what it is, I'm just so used to constantly being on the go and working and doing everything just because of like the military. Because I mean, I get, you guys know I get paid from the military. I get my VA check every month. but it's still just something in me that's like, oh, I gotta go do this, I gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta go. So it's just.
He said you look like you counting your money.
I might be.
That's what he's like. Should I?
Probably, yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know. It's.
Well, let me tell you.
Just every opportunity, I like to make as much money as I can just possibly make. I gotta balance it. I'm like, all right, you gotta do this, but just peace and freedom at the same time. You're already getting this money. You're already getting that. Already getting, you already got the housing. You already got your VA money coming in. On top of that, the school check from the VA on top of that. So it's like it's kind of, and then the YouTube on top of that. From all channels. So it's just, I don't know. I just try to make as much as I can possibly make, and I think gotta just find that balance and just.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If you guys follow on my personal channel, you know that in October I lost one of my biggest clients, and that contract was worth over $200,000. And I say that because, this is very relative. When you put numbers to the amount, right, it becomes like, oh, dang, right? At first, I was like, you know what the hell are we going to do? Because obviously, what we was going through. But you want to know something? Once that happened, it was so much that came up off of me. Like, I just got like all of my inspiration back, like everything that I wanted to do. Like, yes, it was a lot of money, but here's the thing. I didn't want that type of lot of money. I want to be in control of my time. If I can go out and get a contract, you got to think about it like this. If you can go out and get a contract like that, and you can do it again. But this time it needs to be on your own time and on your own terms. So we just had a lot of things going on that was like really manipulating the decision for why we needed to make so much money, because we had so much bills that was coming through. But now it's how it should be. It's really how we should be. And
that's how it should be, but I'm still in the mindset.
Yeah, he's still not convinced. He's still not convinced. He's still over there counting them dollars. Why said she was trying to do it as a sense of security because she wanted to pay off that house, but she said forget it. She said she's out. She's been saying this. Yeah, she's been saying this for a while. Yeah, she's out. Yeah, a couple more years, she's done. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Start planning a trip. And just hopefully, because I'm the type that will just like book it, be like, see, we're leaving. So I don't know. Something is just like really, really, really like, and you know what? It might be that we need a break. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's just so much that then happened, and maybe that's what it is. We just need a break from all of this. And that's what I want. I want that break. I mean, it was a lot this year. So I just really, really want that. I just really, really, really want it. Is there a win-win for the both money and your dreams? Yeah, actually, I think so. Yep. My dream is to do what I'm doing now. Not like right now, but my dream is to really educate people and teach people on things that, I find joy in. I'm pretty sure T gets so sick and tired of me talking about, AI and technology all day. But that's really what my passion is. My passion is really trying to help people, if they want to, transition from being like an employee to a business owner. I want to help them do that. If they want to level up in their career, I want to help them do that. That's what I truly want to do. And, I really believe that if I stay down that route, then it can become very, very lucrative. It definitely can.
And I think I know we're about to check out, but on another note, I think it's really this way because we're gonna do a video like this. We're gonna do a collab and drop it on my channel. Um, when you're in the military, it's like the spouses kind of have to take a seat back. Like the spouses don't really get to have, their career or anything because the service members, like we can be going, any day. 1 minute, we come home, next minute we got orders, we got to go deploy. And so now that affects daycare, you're talking about with the kids. That affects the spouse's job, on top of that. And then you're in a whole nother state, because the military, you travel so much. So it's not like there's help with, that you're going to get from family. So I think that's been the thing. So it's just so much pressure on spouses when you're in. They can't go and just do their own thing in career. And now Jack's in a whole nother ball game. Right, it's a chess game. So now it's like Jack's in a whole nother another ball game now. That I'm not in anymore. So I think that's a big piece. And then even with me, even though like all right,
That's a good conversation,
yeah,
though.
even though like they medically retired me, it's like okay, I still feel like I'm at an age where I can still go, I can still go do work and all this stuff, So it's like I can still go do contract, I can still go make money. That's the way that I view it, even though So I think it's really that's a that's a big challenge. But yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's really
No, that really is. You don't really hear people talking about that
don't. That's why I
type
was
of
wanting to do a
stuff.
video
You
on
are
it.
just like,
Yeah,
that's really good.
It's a good video.
No, that really is a good video because you never, you led for so many years, and it's like it was taken away from you through no fault of your own. Like you had no intention on leaving the military.
Absolutely not.
No, you was ranking up way too quick, way too fast. Like you was gonna be probably a lifer.
Yes, absolutely.
So
I was gonna be like 30. It was so like I had it so good. Like it was like
yeah.
I had it so good. Like I climbed too fast. Like I think I made sergeant in 4 years. Yeah, my first 4 years I was an NCO. I was a sergeant 4 years. So then even after every
it's a good couples therapy.
So, this is a good conversation.
I know. Oh my goodness.
I was declining. It's like, yeah, unfortunately, the injury, I got injured, and that's when I had to get medically retired out the game, and so now with being out, Jack gets to really do her career. What I'm saying, do everything she wants to do. But then I keep jumping back into contract space. So on top of that, it's like I got to kind of relax a little bit. This is a good therapy session right here. I'm talking to you guys.
I think
I'm a counselor right now.
This is what I think, you guys. I really think because
yes,
I really believe.
I gotta explain that.
I really believe in my vision that I have for the business. And, and that's why I say our business, because it's not just my business. It's T is definitely a part of the business. But of course, he has his side, which is Hero Hire Solutions. And I have my side. But together, it becomes like a bigger force. And all I'm trying to tell T, I'm like, look, I'm telling you, we can do something great. Like, forget these working for these companies. Our two brain powers together, we can do something. We can really change the game out here. Like we don't have to do this. You have to trust me. And then it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's it. That's how I really feel. I just really feel like in me, like we are definitely gonna go places that a contract can't take you. You're bound. Maybe it's a good thing. We got to look at it in a different way. Maybe it's a good thing that the government shut down. Yeah, that shit hurt like hell. But honestly, like that was probably the best thing that ever happened. That it really was. Because now we know that, first of all, we don't need to be doing things like that. We don't need to be up there. That just ain't where we need to go. And people are just gonna keep dangling and dangling and dangling the carrot in front of our face because they think that we're just supposed to bounce at the money. Now, I'm not saying you ain't supposed to bounce at the money, because I mean, we are gonna do a snuggie deal, but I'm just saying we can make the money. Whatever they doing, we can match that and make way more money and just like leave here and finally live life on our own terms. That's all I want to do.
Of course, talk more. Come on, talk more to us.
What do you say?
It's the what you call it? The couples therapy. Come on, talk more.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. I just really think that, like, I'm one of those people, and T will tell you, like, I took the back seat for so many years. It's not that I didn't have a thought or like I didn't have like my own visions and stuff. I just let him lead his career, because I mean, what they say in the military first, spouse second. So that's just how it is in the military. So when it came to that, I was just like, there was many, 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 many nights that it was very, very hurtful, because it's like when they're a totally different person than when you see how he's sitting here right now. And I just felt like totally disconnected. I couldn't do anything. T would tell you, like, I couldn't even go to school. So I had to make sure that, I stayed up nights on top of nights on top of nights. People don't know this, but I have a degree in computer science, and he will tell you, like, I would be up to like 5 o'clock in the morning trying to get that computer program to compile just to go to school to watch after the kids. I only had that little small window because there is no help. We never had the help, right? And we were too poor to even afford daycare. So we couldn't put them in daycare. We had to wait till they get school age. But that whole time, I mean, to me, it was like I was doing it for nothing. That's what I kept thinking in my head, but I kept going. Something in me just kept going to school, even though I could never get the job. I could never get a job. Is because that's how it works in the military. And then finally 1 year before we leave, I get a job, and y'all, that job was paying me pennies, $11.11. What the hell? What am I supposed to do with that? But we had so much food. Oh my gosh. We always had shit. With the less money we made, we always had things. Because, I used to go to the thrift shop. I used to go to the pantry. I used to do what I had to do to make sure that we had what we needed. And then we came to Florida. He was still in his career. So I had to work at the school district. And I worked at the school district so my kids can go to school and I will be able to at least start out on my career. Got paid pennies. Even though, I should have been way further than where I was. And right before I got ready to leave, I was offered a position as the director of the cybersecurity office. And I was like, yo, what the hell? Remember when I was offered that position at the district? But I didn't take it, y'all, because I said I got offered at a job with Accenture as a consultant. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this will be what I needed. And then that's what I did. And then, T got medically retired from the military. And it was just that. And then I got laid off. And then after that, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I can't do it anymore. I cannot work for any more companies. I'm going to make a way. That's why, that story is very inspirational. Like, it was many, many nights that I stayed up night after night, just sitting there, how am I going to make it work? I said it out loud. How am I going to make it work? But how am I going to make this work? Because the reality was, T wasn't getting a job. It had already been over a year. He was applying. He was building his business. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to do something. And I was not applying to another job. So I just switched up and I bet on myself. And I was able to get that contract. And then I got another contract. So I'm just like, I don't know.
Where do you draw the line?
I don't know.
See by force, giving some very valuable information as well. I'm responding because
I'm just going off. So I'm oh goodness.
So to see by force said T, you seem like you're right on the edge of belief.
Mm-hmm.
Like she believes in y'all's possibly new lifestyle. It's like it's like I'm like so on the edge. I mean, like you're looking at someone like I was in JROTC, like like I was the JROTC person, and Army. So it's like that, mindset and lifestyle just been a part of me, and it was like hard to really even switch over. I don't know. It's been like I said, but Jack said it was good information talking about. Lindy C wants to hear about it too because Lindy C was asking, "Were you injured on the job?" Yes, I was. Yes, I was injured. I was in the combat zone a couple times. Also, but we'll save all that stuff for a video.
You see,
I don't want to get into all that.
You seem like you want to believe too.
Not in the mindset to talk about that stuff right now.
Baby Jess at 963. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live.
I like that. So see what, so there were times when when I wish my wife would took a chance on my passion to get us in a better place. Then we have what's left of the security, but it's so much harder for me to make it happen. Yeah, I mean, because Jack definitely, took a chance on my passion with the military. Because I said I was really, really just so deep into it. It's like I lived and breathed and slept military.
Mm-hmm. All I hear is cadences and all different type of stuff.
It's different. I mean, because you're talking about like I was in high school. I was in worst high school, but I did military. Like I was a JRTC. That was something that drew me. So Jack took that risk. With the military with me, travel. Until now, it's like okay, tables tired. I gotta really kind of
chill out.
I guess you could take chill out. Yeah, it's just time to bet on her passion now. It's just hard. Like I'm just so used to doing.
And society doesn't make it any better,
It's just hard. Because it's like I gotta, like I'm super busy as is right now because still, full time student, doctoral, and then work at a company, and other things. But it's like the work, just that grind of just doing a 9 to 5 type situation and contract, just being on the go, being available, gotta be available 24/7 for work. It's how they how they build you, so to speak. So it's hard to detach from certain things, not detach from a lot of things, even being here to even have a conversation right now.
Yeah, this wouldn't have happened years ago. I'm so happy that you feel comfortable enough to talk about it.
They even talk to the camera, talk to even people.
Yeah, like y'all just don't even know the half of like the story. Like this would never have been him 2 years ago, ever. We couldn't even get him to. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He has come such a long way for this. So
yeah, completely agree. Some people, of course, I have to be all in and ready to really team up. This would take so much support of one another. Yeah, I mean, it's really like kind of on me in a sense. It's like I gotta, I gotta detach from that piece too. So we'll see in a matter of a couple of weeks where we go from there. But
yeah, because he got to make his decision.
I can't. Yeah, I gotta I can't leave.
You can do it, T. You hear him? You can do it, T.
Yeah, I heard. I could do it.
You just gotta bet on you got how like you bet on the military, you bet on them contracts. You just gotta bet on us. You gotta bet on us. Like I don't know any other way to say it. You gotta bet on us. Just like we betted on this YouTube channel. We said, right?
Yeah,
I said, let's do a YouTube. You said no. And then like so that's what I think. It's like I don't know. I just don't want us to get sucked in. I just feel like it's a trap. I mean, yeah, you'll get the money, but I mean, I still feel like it's a trap. We can make the money elsewhere.
Yeah, me too, bad. And it's like it came, like the contracts came a lot faster than even anticipated. I mean, because I mean, my layoff, the shutdown, it's like it just happened, and this contract's fast. But yeah, gotta just take a little step, a little
Hmm.
inch. I'll be out with an inch, I guess. But so much is certain, even in the gov, you have to take the time to build something of your own. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yep. Yep. That's just pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this has been, a good therapy session, as Succeed by Force said. Got a lot off our chest. it took a different turn,
Don't
but
send me no bill though.
exactly,
Don't send me
like,
some
but
bill.
sometimes you have to talk it out, and I think it was good. I think it was really good for us to do this. Yes, very, very, very great therapy session. I love it. But we want to, right before we leave, I know we almost been for 2 hours, and thank y'all for staying around like for 2 hours, listening to us speak. So just want to talk about the leaderboard, because there's a leaderboard on our side that we can see. So,
I can see all that on my side.
oh, you can't see that on your side?
I'm
So,
seeing ads,
you all may see some crowns next to y'all names, and there's a first place, second place, and third place. And those are the top three people. That means that they have the most points from commenting. In first place, we have DeSava. Oh, I said it right? DeSava, right? The Sava. Why do I keep on doing that? Why me? And it's so funny, why me? Because for the longest time, I used to call you Why Met. I thought, what is Why Met? What's happening here? And then we have Sunshine in third place, Lindy C. And then we have Succeed by Force. And fifth, Peter, he has left, but he was in sixth. Ron Stribe, 5093, Kelly Jack, and then Baby Jesse in ninth place. So that goes by. Yay! First time to the live, and you made first place. Congratulations! So that goes by. We don't set that. That's a YouTube thing, but it goes by like how many comments are you're making and stuff like that. So that's what that whole thing is. But
you gotta catch our flight.
yeah, we have to get ready to head back to Virginia. That's where we're going. And make some really, really tough decisions on well, I already made my decision, but T has to make some really tough decisions on what he is going to do. We're going to be there for about 45 days. Wait a minute. No, wait, what am I talking about? Until January 6th, right? 20 something days. Going to be there for Christmas and stuff. Christmas in Virginia. So that should be good. Hopefully it snows so the kids can see snow. That would be great. But this has been so great. You said today was good. Today was a good day. Yes, today was a very good day. I didn't expect this. Actually, I didn't really know what to expect on the live, but it's our typical live. This is where we come in and we just tell y'all what y'all want to hear, and you can have a conversation with us. So, T.
That's basically it. Callie Jack is confused for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening here.
That's basically it for us today. So we gotta.
You gonna close us out with your infamous closeout?
My infamous closeout.
Yeah, I can't do it. So
give it a shot.
That's not happening, T. That's your closeout. I always mess it up. Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, thank you, family, for showing up. We appreciate all the love as usual. So shout out to everybody out there. You guys have showed up. My cousins, my brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, nephews. I didn't see no grandpas or grandmas out there. And today, my cousins, of course, as always, and my steps as well. So we will see you guys next time. Yes, we will see you
In Virginia. So, and we have a very nice Christmas special for y'all. So definitely y'all ain't gonna want to miss that. So until next time, you guys. Peace out.
See ya.